Okay. Oh, first off, hello. How is everyone today? Alright. So in a recent video where I talked about my boo. Hello everyone. How are you? It has been cooler. I was wearing my jacket earlier. It is not jacket weather right now. So you're gonna have to put up with my superhero shirt. I kind of like some of that stuff too. Don't want to get too deep into my my oddities. So anyway, in a recent video I did on my Corona saw, I said I would do a review on my Sven saw that I really am fond of, and I really do like it. It is a Sven saw. I believe this is a 21. I think they make a 15 and a 21. I really should have looked up before. I will probably go back and look it up and add it somewhere on the end. So this Sven is made in Duluth, Minnesota. I'm nowhere near Duluth, Minnesota at the moment, but you know I'd like to say Minnesota. I sounded Italian on that one. So anyway, to the saw. Alright, so this Sven saw I carried in my pack for a long time. It's got a wing nut on the end, keeps it all together. Can you hear that? It doesn't rattle too much, but it does rattle some because that blade's in there. So basically what you do is you take the wing nut off, and it's important that you don't lose your wing nut. So there, then it comes apart like so. This is your blade. You slide it in the end. Oh, get in there. See, it passes all the way through. Slide it all the way through. Take your bolt on the end, it goes in that hole right there. Slide it in there like so. Take your wing nut that you're not supposed to lose. Don't drop it in the woods, because I have, and it is a pain in the tail to find. So then you put them together here and you tighten them up. Now something I like to do, I don't know if you can see that, but right here, I like for my blade to be tight enough that it actually kind of slides in that groove. Hard to do on camera. Where it kind of slides in that groove right there. I just feel like it gives it a little more support. Maybe it's all in my head, who knows. So there you go, ta-da. Pretty tight, snug it up. My daughter, when she was 10, learned the lesson on don't to cut with your finger in the way. She has a pretty nasty scar on her finger, but she learned a valuable lesson, and these are easy to use. So here, this is pretty much the same wood I cut last time in my last video. It's about, I don't know, 3 inches-ish. I'm gonna cut me a chunk off of it with a Sven saw and give you a little taste of what she'll do. This is not the original blade. I have replaced it. I have a couple of extra blades in the shop for such an occasion. Alright, so let's give her a cut. I don't know if you can see that, but my hand is not close to the blade. It's up here out of the way. You know, safety tip, I'm not wearing my gloves. But you don't want to put your hand right on top of it. Kind of wedge this in here in my rock pile to give us a decent platform, so I'm not trying to hold it up like I did last time. Oh, it's falling out. So there you have it. Pretty good chunk of wood there. Pretty good cut. if you're into that sort of thing. Big chunk of wood. So that's the Sven saw that I like. Something I would like to talk about is packing size. So the reason I switched to my handy dandy Corona, not a whole lot of difference in blade length. Well, I say that maybe 6 to 8 inches or so. But this one, let me just show you. Go ahead and take this apart. Easy breakdown. Don't lose your wing nut. Be careful when you take it apart. You don't want that thing to fall on you. That blade just fall off and guillotine you. So collapse it, folds it back into itself. In the back here, it's got 2 divots. I don't know if you can see them, but the 2 divots hold it in there. They kind of give you a guide for your bolt. There you go. Can you see that dude? Pops out right there. Back to the wing nut. Don't lose your wing nut. Alright. Tighten her up good. Alright, look at there. No sound at all. Must not have had it as tight before. So here's back to my point. This thing is pretty good size, pretty long. And packability, when you compare this one to this one, you can tell it's a lot easier to store the Corona than it is to store the Sven. However, I haven't seen, I'm not telling you they don't make them because I don't know. I haven't seen a replaceable blade for this one yet, but it does look like you could pull it and replace it. This one, I have multiple blades for it and they're not super popular. So I've got a couple of blades for it, fairly cheap. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you how much I spent on them. But you can see pack wise, this one, when I packed it in my bag, in my bug out bag, it sticks up quite a bit. I think originally I had it packed on my Alice pack medium this way, and about that much stuck up in the back. And I noticed if I leaned my head back far enough, I would hit the back of my head on this, and I didn't want to take a trip and fall and that hit me in the back of the head. That could hurt. So when I learned about this little Corona for 20 bucks, obviously, I switched them out. I keep this one in my truck most of the time. And Big Baby, you saw it probably in the Corona video. It's a big truck. It's got plenty of room for a saw in it. And my kids like to use this one after they learn the valuable lessons. So yeah, that's my spiel about my Sven saw, which I really do like. They make a 15-inch. I really should have brought a tape measure. I'm bad about that. I have a feeling the 15-inch probably, it's 21, yada yada yada. It probably is small enough you could put in a backpack. The triangle will be different, obviously smaller, but you know, your cut will just be short stroking. So one more time with the Corona on the same log. Get right above this Y. There's a split here. All right, so that was quick, but this is not near as big around as this one was. Well, they're different. I promise you they're different. That's why I switched to the Corona. But I am not taking anything away from this saw functionality wise. It's compact, better than the bow saws that you see in the store where you know, they're a bow. And 21-inch blade, I'm fairly certain. All compact right there. I like this thing. I think it's actually sold as a backpacker saw, or it used to be. I've had this one a long time, a lot of years, and I don't know, I really like it. It's just so long for packing that this one makes a lot better packing material. Anything that packs better, you know what I'm saying? I mean, look at that. It's like literally half the length. So, wow, 10.5 minutes. Way longer than I expected it to be. But if you get an opportunity to buy a Sven, I believe you can still buy them. I probably should look that up. I will, and I'll make an addition to this video, and I hope you like the video. I mean, that's all I have to say about that. Oh, I'm gonna fall down. Y'all have a good one. Okay, so I looked it up, and lizard. So I looked it up. You can get one of these. The cheapest price I saw was on Amazon for $36 for the 21-inch. I believe I saw $31 for the 15-inch. And they're still available. They're still out there. So if you're interested in it, you know, spend a little more money than the Corona. I like this. I would, if they were side by side in the store, I would buy the Corona. But I'm not gonna get rid of this saw simply because I really have had a lot of time with this saw. I've used it a lot. I've used it to bushcraft some shelters. You know, my kids enjoy it. Uh-oh, sorry about that. And yeah, I mean, is it worth $30, $35, $6? Yes, my opinion it is. Is it is the 15-inch worth $30? Absolutely. I kind of would like the 15-inch to see if it's more packable and if I would put it back in my bag. But that little Corona saw is pretty tough, and I really like them too. So, you know, I'm torn. Two favorite saws, and they're not the same, but they do the same thing, maybe-ish. So anyway, adding another 2 minutes to the video to tell you you can still get them if you're not cheap like me. All right, y'all have a good one.